France in the 1780s was nearing collapse. Bread prices were rising, the people were hungry, and resentment was growing. In the streets and taverns, people whispered that the aristocrats lived in gold, while the country drowned in debt. And whether she deserved it or not, the woman at the center of those whispers was Marie Antoinette. Many of the rumors were exaggerated or outright lies, yet the public was ready to believe anything about the Queen. That fragile reputation was about to be shattered forever by a scandal involving deception, seduction, forged letters, and the most expensive necklace in Europe. Years before the scandal, the royal jewelers Boehmer and Bassange had created a breathtaking diamond necklace for King Louis XV, who intended to gift it to his mistress, Madame du Barry. But before he could buy it, the king died. The jewelers were trapped with a necklace so expensive that only royalty could afford it, and no one seemed interested. They repeatedly approached Marie Antoinette, convinced that she was the only person who could purchase it. But the Queen rejected them. The country's finances were bad, and she found the necklace vulgar, especially during a time of national hardship. That decision would later be turned against her in the most devastating way. Enter Jeanne de Valence-Saint-Remy, a woman who claimed noble blood but lived in poverty. Ambitious, cunning, and morally flexible, she wanted wealth and status but had no honest way to achieve them. She saw an opportunity in a powerful figure, Cardinal de Rohan. Rohan was a high-ranking cleric who desperately wished to regain favor with the Queen. He had offended her years earlier, and Marie Antoinette never forgave the slight. But Jeanne saw his insecurity and used it against him. She convinced him that she had secret access to the Queen, and that Marie Antoinette wanted to reconcile with him privately. Jeanne began forging letters, signed with what looked like the Queen's handwriting. They flattered him, thanked him, suggested closeness, and Rohan fell for every word. A respected cardinal, reduced to believing he was exchanging romantic notes with the Queen of France. To seal the illusion, Jeanne arranged a nighttime meeting in the gardens of Versailles. In the shadows, Rohan approached a woman dressed like Marie Antoinette. She said only a few short words, but the woman wasn't the Queen. She was a prostitute hired by Jeanne to impersonate her. Rohan's fantasy was complete. He believed he had regained the Queen's confidence, and possibly her affection. Now Jeanne set her final trap. She told Rohan that the Queen wanted to secretly purchase the diamond necklace without involving the treasury to avoid scandal. She needed a trusted intermediary him. Rohan, convinced he was serving the Queen, agreed. The jewelers, ecstatic at finally finding a buyer, handed the priceless necklace over. But the necklace never went to the Queen. Jeanne and her associates immediately dismantled it, selling the diamonds across Europe. It was the greatest jewelry theft in French history executed without a single weapon. The illusion collapsed when the jewelers approached the palace requesting payment. Marie Antoinette and Louis XVI were stunned. She had never heard of such a purchase. Louis ordered an investigation, and the truth surfaced rapidly. The king summoned Cardinal Rohan in front of the entire court. Rohan appeared dressed for a celebration only, to be arrested and interrogated in total humiliation. Marie Antoinette expected justice and believed this public trial would clear her name. But the trial took a devastating turn. Rohan was judged by the Parliament of Paris, a body that deeply disliked the Queen. They believed Jeanne had deceived him. They decided Rohan was not guilty. The woman who masterminded the entire fraud was sentenced, but the public didn't care. They were focused on something else. If Rohan was innocent, then Marie Antoinette must have been involved. The verdict turned public opinion brutally against the Queen. Pamphlets, cartoons, and rumors exploded across France. The people believed she had secretly lusted after a cardinal, spent fortunes behind the king's back, and tried to cover it up. It didn't matter that none of it was true. It felt true in a country already ready to hate her. Historians agree on one thing. This scandal destroyed Marie Antoinette's reputation. It made her the symbol of aristocratic corruption, extravagance, and moral decay. And when the revolution erupted just a few years later, the anger unleashed by the diamond necklace affair fueled the crowds that would eventually send her to the guillotine. Marie Antoinette went to her death still insisting she had never wanted the necklace, never ordered it, never even touched it. She was telling the truth, but a lie told at the right moment and believed by a suffering nation was more powerful than truth. A con artist, a lovesick cardinal, a necklace worth a fortune, and a nation ready to explode. The affair of the diamond necklace wasn't just a crime. It was the scandal that helped end the French Monarchy and rewrite history forever. Subscribe for more stories like this.